Imagine walking into an Apple store, handing over just $299, and walking out with a brand new Mac desktop. Honestly, that sounds almost impossible. For decades, Apple computers have been associated with premium pricing. Macs were never the cheap option. They were luxury tech products designed for people willing to spend serious money. But according to new supply chain leaks, Apple may be preparing one of the biggest strategy shifts in company history. A rumored $299 Mac desktop could completely change the entire budget computer market. And no, this is not a refurbished machine. It is not a student-only deal. It is reportedly a brand new aluminum desktop designed to bring the Mac experience to millions of new users. Now here's why this is such a massive deal. The current Mac Mini is already incredibly powerful. With Apple Silicon chips, even entry-level Macs feel ridiculously fast for most people. But the truth is, many everyday users simply do not need that much performance. Most people are browsing the web, checking emails, attending Zoom calls, printing documents, and managing family photos. They do not need workstation-level power just to open Safari. And Apple knows this. That is why this rumored desktop reportedly takes a completely different approach. Instead of using a traditional Mac chip, Apple may use the A18 Pro processor, the same class of chip designed for iPhones. At first, that sounds crazy. A smartphone chip inside a desktop computer? But when you really think about it, modern mobile chips are insanely powerful now. Apple's iPhone processors already outperform many older laptops while using far less power and generating less heat. That creates one huge advantage. No fan. According to the leaks, this desktop could be completely silent. No cooling fan, no loud airflow, no bulky thermal system. Just a tiny aluminum slab quietly running full macOS. And honestly, that could make this one of the cleanest and simplest computers Apple has ever built. The rumored specs are clearly designed around affordability. We are hearing 8 GB of unified memory and 256 GB of storage in the base model. Yes, power users will complain immediately. People will say 8 GB is not enough. They will criticize the lack of upgrades. And for heavy professional workloads, they are absolutely right. But this computer is not designed for video editors rendering 8K footage. This machine is for casual users, students, families, small businesses, and people who simply want a reliable computer that works. And Apple understands something extremely important here. Most people care more about simplicity than raw specifications. If this machine launches at $299, Apple instantly attacks the biggest advantage Windows PCs have held for decades: affordability. That changes everything. Suddenly, millions of iPhone users who could never justify buying a Mac may finally enter the Apple ecosystem for the first time. And once people experience ecosystem features like iMessage syncing, AirDrop, clipboard sharing, and seamless photo integration, they rarely want to leave. That is the real strategy here. Apple is not just selling a cheap computer. They are building a long-term ecosystem pipeline. A low-cost Mac today could eventually turn into iCloud subscriptions, accessory sales, future MacBook upgrades, and years of customer loyalty. This is why the rumored desktop matters so much. It is not just about hardware. It is about changing the perception of what a Mac can be. For decades, owning a Mac felt exclusive, expensive, premium. But this device could finally bring macOS into homes, schools, and offices that previously relied entirely on cheap Windows machines or Chromebooks. And honestly, that could seriously disrupt companies like Dell, HP, and Lenovo in the entry-level desktop market. Because Apple controls its chips, software, and hardware together, they can optimize performance and efficiency in ways traditional PC makers simply cannot match. Of course, we should still treat these leaks carefully because nothing is officially confirmed yet. But if Apple really launches a $299 Mac desktop, it could become one of the most disruptive products the company has released in years. Not because it is the most powerful Mac ever made, but because it could become the Mac that finally reaches everyone. So now I want to hear your opinion. Would you actually buy a $299 Mac desktop, or would you still choose a traditional Windows PC instead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your tech friends, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.